A bill seeking full amnesty for Nigeria treasury looters has been greatly condemned by the Muslim rights concern, describing it as satanic. The Muslim rights concern, that's Murik, kicked against this bill that it is coming at a time when the country is regaining its glory in the international community as a former most corrupt country in the world. Well, this bill is, according to him, seeks to take Nigeria's public officials back to the inglorious days of graft with impunity. And joining us via phone now is the president of Muslim Rights Concern, Ishaq Akintola, to share his thoughts on this matter at this time. Thank you for your time on TVC's Midday News. Now, you used a very strong word to describe the Amnesty for Looters bill. You said it's satanic. Could you please explain further and why that word?
Yes. We cannot just imagine that our lawmakers at this time around, when the focus of the Nigerian people is on fighting corruption, when our backwardness has been caused by corruption, when we have no light, when we have no good roads, those bad roads are being repaired. Other infrastructural facilities are getting, are being put on board.
All right. Now, does it seem to you, just like some Nigerians have said in the past, that the present National Assembly lawmakers seem to be more particular about protecting their personal interests rather than that of the national?
It's very obvious. And that's why we described their actions as luciferous. Luciferous because only those who wine and dine with the devil will be anti-people, will be taking such actions that will hurt the economic and political interests of the Nigerian people. Nigerians have suffered enough. But just imagine the steps being taken by our lawmakers presently, both the Senate and the House of Reps. They are the ones who are asking that looters should be granted full amnesty. For crying out loud, at what time? Nigeria 2001 was ranked most corrupt country by Transparency International. 2 years later, Nigeria became the second most corrupt country. In 2004, again, we became the third most corrupt country. Just about a year ago, former British Prime Minister described Nigeria as, it compared Nigeria to Afghanistan as the two most fantastically corrupt countries in the world. Well, today, by January 2017, even Transparency International itself, softened up on the ranking of Nigeria, placed Nigeria as number 135 out of 175 countries. Number 136. And that means Nigeria is being recognized as a country that is genuinely fighting corruption. Just this week, African countries, AU, gave President Buhari the chairmanship, the leadership of corruption fighting in the whole of Africa. That is very, very significant. But look at what our lawmakers are doing. When China, North Korea, Russia, and such countries are giving corrupt leaders death penalty, the death penalty. Nigerian lawmakers want to give them immunity, full amnesty. And this is just too bad. And it points to one direction, that we have an anti-people National Assembly. And we are calling on the National Assembly to watch out. It should it should watch its steps, because Nigerian people are desperate. They are frustrated already by the actions of the National Assembly. And of course, people can mobilize anytime against this National Assembly.
But would you really blame the members of the National Assembly wholeheartedly, knowing that in the past, Niger Delta militants who attacked pipelines and somehow even crippled the oil and gas sector years back were eventually given amnesty and are still enjoying it? Don't you think they were just trying to do something like that? That, okay, those that have looted in the past or are still looting could be given amnesty in any way, just to let peace reign?
Well, the two cases are incomparable. There are two different scenarios. militants are different people. You see, the Ogoni people, Ogoni land, and most lands in the Niger Delta, where oil projects have been going on. The oil companies have been kind of exploitative. They've behaved characteristically like the capitalists that they are, and they have ignored developmental projects in the Niger Delta. And so you can't. Some of the time we pity the people of the Niger Delta, the Ogoni people, the fact that they lack infrastructural facilities, there's no water to drink, in spite of the fact that they have, because the drilling and whatever have spoiled the land. It has polluted the land. It's different from what we have in the lawmakers. When you are voted into the National Assembly, you are expected to represent the people and to respond to the yearnings of those people. Give them roads, give them electricity, give them water. What are they giving us? Some of them don't have they don't have offices in their constituencies, and the constituents don't even see them. Constituents don't see them, and how can they now start asking for amnesty? It is because many of them are looters, past ex-governors, ex-this, ex-that, and because they have stolen before. They want that money, which they have hidden in graveyards, in water tank, upper water tanks, and so on and so forth. They want to still continue to spend the money for their grandchildren to continue to spend that money because they can't finish it, they can't exhaust it. So that's the motive behind the initiation of this bill for full immunity for looters in Nigeria.
Thank you very much for your analysis on the Midday News. Ishaq Akintola, you're the president of Muslim Rights Concern. Thank you for joining us.